My dad loves two things in this world: beer and sex. As a result, I exist. My dad loves sitting around the house in his underwear, specifically at the kitchen table, specifically 20-year-old moth-eaten tighty-whities from his first marriage. My dad's favorite thing to do when he's sitting at the kitchen table in his underwear is give me unsolicited advice. For instance, always take responsibility for your actions and sleep naked to air everything out. My dad's second favorite thing to do is compare me to my mother and other women, like pointing to breasts in magazines and telling me someday you'll have honkers like that. The more cushion, the better the pushin', you know? And kid, if you weren't my daughter, I'd probably fuck you. It wasn't until I got older that I realized he wasn't joking. That given the opportunity, an unlocked door, another drink, a thin sheet, shorts riding up just a little too high, the door crack, a little spotlight let in from the hallway, he would take it. When I was 15, I woke up with his hand on my waist in my bed. I felt his hot breath in my ear and something slipping between my thighs. I pretended to be asleep, pretended he was anyone else, pretended like I couldn't smell his whiskey on my neck, like I couldn't feel his calluses on my skin. In the morning, the kitchen floor was covered in cans and napkins crumpled in corners. In the morning, my legs were covered in bruises. That year, I couldn't go home for Thanksgiving because of my bed, that he thought was his bed, that he probably actually knew was my bed, that he slipped in, that he slept in, that he slipped his hands between that bed. That smells like my mother's bed, like my sister's bed, like his breath, like Coors Light Ultra, another bed marked by his routine for grazing hips and thighs, grabbing and squeezing and pushing and feeling to him, just another action he will never feel responsible for. Because this was just a mistake. Can't I just forgive him for this mistake because he's only human, because he pays the mortgage, because he works till the only thing awake is his drink, till the only thing he sees is the hall light shining in on my body. My dad loves beer the way he loves his women, in his hands. And he loves women the way he loves beer, empty and crushed up after use. And he'll wake up in the morning and kick the cans around like nothing happened, like it could never be his fault, like nothing could ever be his fault. And I'll clear the table, wash the dishes, wait for my bruises to fade, and never, ever sleep naked.